passive income. If you say I want to be earning passive income of 300,000 naira per month, it means you want to have 12 houses that are renting for 300,000 naira and your rent is due every month. So for many people who don't have 50 million naira stashed somewhere, or 150 million naira stashed somewhere, they have 5 avenues and say, which one can I start with? Look at the person beside you, ask him, which one can you start with? 12 and 30 million naira per house. Let's make it 4 houses. Let's make it avenues to wealth properties, the one we are selling and making cheap. 20 million. 20 million times 12, that's 240 million. How long does it take to save 240 million? 240 million, if you are saving 1 million per year, you will need 240 years. If you are saving 1 million per month, that means you are saving 12 million per year. It will take you 20 years. How many of you have saved 1 million per month in the last 3 years? How many of you have saved anything in the last 3 years? What am I saying? I'm saying stop living on a pipe dream. Make up your mind, I want to be financially free, you need a vehicle. A2W says the first thing you need to do is get into a car and get started. When you have done that, put petrol and oil in the car. How do you put petrol and oil in the car? Use the product. Use the product that you bought. Even if you are not traveling now, start with the privilege part to prepare for the future. Use the product. Third thing you want to do is get into neutral. There is no automatic in this gear. So to begin to shift gear, you become serious. So move into gear. Suppose someone is getting to the first gear. Once they get to their second level, their second gear. Once they get to their third gear. Once you get to fourth gear, you don't even need to look at the gear again. Just keep driving. Are we together? Because the higher the gear you go, the more you need not to change on the highway, you are dashing through to your destination. Duplicate to get to second gear, duplicate again to get to third gear, and then as you begin to build down, your 5 goes to 125, your 125 goes to 135, by the time you get to gear 3, gear 4, you begin to get into some level of auto cruise. And then by gear 5, you are in overdrive. You are teaching your second level how to duplicate and get into your own third gear. Every time you move one gear forward, the people in your team move one gear as well. So 3 things: get in, get ahead, use the products, shift to your high gear, and then sell to friends, retail to friends. Share the product with other people. That's the 4th thing you need to do. This was shared extensively. You find it in the audios. I don't need to spend time repeating them. Somewhere along the line, ask people this question: do you know anybody? Do you know somebody who would like to earn $1,000 to $5,000 per month without having to go to work every day? Everybody knows somebody. That person is usually you. Are we together? It starts with me. So tell people to make a commitment of 5 to 10 hours to make it happen for themselves. Invite people to go to school. Then we talk about digging deep to bedrock. Now when you have people on your first level, it's like clearing the ground with shovel. When you take it to second level, it's like a bulldozer. When you take it to third level, it's like you're digging with a steam excavator. Once you are able to take it down to the 4th generation, you have hit bedrock. It is only when you have been able to do that that your building cannot become visible. That when you want to build a skyscraper, you need to go down to bedrock. Every person must complete a training period, and that training period is what allows you to get to bedrock. The Lord can do that way out in front. In this business, our business is not to get people involved because we want them to work for us. No. Our business is to get people involved because we want to help them. Your first assignment is to say, how do I meet with your contacts, speak with them on your behalf, form a system together, allow it to catch fire, and let them come on board. We talk about all these key points, how to build a high rise. You need to go deep first. A period of training must precede your period of earning. You must learn before you earn. After we talked about that, somebody came up again and talked about ships at sea. There are 3 kinds of ships: empty ships, silver ships, and gold ships. Say with me: empty ship, silver ship, and gold ship. Everybody that joins this business as a silver ship. They become gold when they've been enlightened, they understand the opportunity, they are showing willingness, they are interested, they can bring gold back. They become empty ships When they are doing nothing, they have no training, they are not moving forward, they are empty. Many of us unfortunately spend time with people that are empty, and we allow our gold to keep on roaming around. A gold sheep is one who is already trained, who understands what to do, is passionate, is interested, is excited, is looking for how to work. An empty sheep is somebody who is discouraged. It's somebody that after every 6 months you meet him is asking you, you need to convince him afresh again about what you already paid for. What kind of sheep do you want to be? What kind of sheep do you want to be? If you had sheep, imagine you had 10 sheep and you are standing by the shore waiting for your sheep to come. Which sheep will you be? Will you be paying more attention to? The empty one, the silver one, or the gold one? Gold. In this business, we tell people, work more with your gold sheep. Gold is your serious person. Empty is negative. Always small and no solution. Silver can become gold. Gold is eager to learn, teachable, committed, has a list of names, is interested in carrying the business, is fun to be with and positive. Say to your neighbor, I want to be gold. Tell him I am gold. We also shared napkin number 6, which says the way to start out this business is a third-party invitation. Don't talk to you directly. That's what it says. When you see them, ask them, do you know anybody who would like to be financially free? What's the answer? What's the answer? Do you have anybody that you know, any friend that will be interested in learning about how they can be financially free? There's an opportunity I want them to get plugged into. Do you know anybody like that? What is wrong with me? The person will say, I know plenty of people, but me first. What's it about? The person will by themselves shift the conversation to themselves. And then you cannot begin to take them on the journey. When you find out if they are committed, find out if they are serious, and see how they want to go about it. Avoid the fear of rejection. People avoid it. People are, when you ask that of question, they don't need to reject you. If I ask you, are you interested in any more income? The person can say no. But if I'm asking for a third person, if he says he doesn't know anybody, no problem. It's not likely. It allows you to prospect successful people as well, and it allows you to launch a number of sheets to see which one becomes gold. It's something you need to learn how to do third-party invitation. Is on napkin number 6. You need to get a copy of it. Where do you spend your time? When you start this business, 100% of your time will be spent sponsoring people and helping them to sponsor their own people. Once you pass that initial first phase, your assignment becomes training the people you are sponsoring and spending less and less time on sponsorship. But in the beginning, time is sponsoring. Later on, time is training. And when you are earning, 95% of the time you should be working with your 5 people. Then 2.5 on servicing customer issues and 2.5% on future harvest, planting seeds. The scissors tell the stick. Emeka came to talk to us about that. That when you have one log in the fire, it doesn't produce much fire. When you have 2 logs, you can have a flame. When you have 3 logs, you can have fire. When you have 4 logs, you can have a blaze. He says, when you want to meet with your future prospects that you want to sponsor, ensure that you have 4 dry wood there who understand the business and passionate about it. Meet with the person together, share the opportunity, and it's likely that you have a fire. Meet 4 or more people and invite your prospects. It means rather than having prospect meeting where 20 people there are prospects, the kind of meeting people like to invite me for. See, I have 500 people gathered. Come and speak to them. Not much will happen. You want to use 1 wood to burn 500 wet logs. That's not the way. Oh, in those meetings, you can go and create interest. I can spark off a fire there. I can talk about financial intelligence, and they will like, I'm interested. Write down your name. Then we'll bring them for a sisu. Say with me, sisu. The sisu sells the steak. When you want to buy suya, you need to see fire under it. If there's no fire there, you think that the suya has expired. Are we together? When they display something, you see that it's still warming. When if you go to a restaurant, the food that they are serving, you still see fire under it. It will be smelling. That's what sells it. It's not because you want to eat rice. When you get there and the rice is smelling, you want to eat rice. This is who sells the steak. Invite your prospects to meetings where members are meeting. This is going to change the format that our presentations will hold. When we do our meetings, members training, prospects are welcome. and we allow the sizzle to sell the steak. And after we're done with that, I came to share about motivation. And there are two ways you can be motivated. You can be motivated up or down. The down motivation is a hot bath. This meeting is a hot bath motivation. When you leave here, you feel like, hey, someone came to meet me. You said, I'm awake. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, joking. You will soon fall back to sleep. Because what keeps you awake is not a meeting. A meeting can wake you up. But there's the constant motivation you need to keep you alive. And that can only come from doing a particular activity. Books, events, etc. is a work bath. How frequently must we bath? At least daily. Are we together? At least daily. So the hot bath, the event, the meeting, the books, the event, seminars, daily. But there is one that is constant throughout the day, throughout your life. And that constant motivation is called the up motivation. And that happens only when you have built your journey, you have been able to build your team to a point where the temperature is coming from under, not above. Sunlight cannot fry egg. Even though sunlight is hotter than gaslight. But you need fire from beneath. And in this business, what we call fire from beneath is the lower you go in your organization, the more temperature it contributes to heating you up. If you have 5 direct downlines, they are 5 degrees each. 5 of them are 25 degrees. If they have their own, they are 10 degrees. So they have 25 on that level, that's 250 degrees. Are we together? The lower you go, the more the temperature. And by the time you have 212 degrees Fahrenheit, you can boil water. So up motivation is ensuring that you arrange your team in such a way that there is fire happening under your distributors. Any distributor you have who already has first generation, second generation is not likely to be discouraged in a hurry. Are we together? People that get discouraged are people that can't see anything happening under them. The beauty of binary is even when you are not working with all of them, just 2 people, you will see the fire happening under you. That's what motivates and keeps the attitude up. We shared about that. We also talked about the pentagon of growth. How to have a 10-month training plan, a 2-month training plan for anybody you bring to your team, and how you can help them grow. They are all in the book. That was the 10th napkin presentation. And as soon as that was done day 1. Day 2, Zion came up and shared back to school to say, one of the things you need to get from people is a commitment that they are willing to go to school. What if I told you that 5 years from now you can be earning $50,000 per annum without going to work? Would you like the idea? Yeah. Are you willing to go to a school that will teach you how to do this? Remember the last school you went to took you 6 years and you had to take a job that was paying you $400 per month. This one, while you are in the school, you will be earning. While you're in the school, you will be earning, and that earning will be pushing you forward to move on as well. So he's saying, you need to get a commitment that they're willing to go back to school. You want to learn. How did we do in school? We bought textbooks, we read, there was no incentive, there was no money. I went to school studying electrical and engineering. I studied for 6 years, no extras, ASU strike. I finished, and I was one of the best paid in my class. I had a job that was paying me less than $400 per month. I was excited. It was active income. If I want to show you a school that will allow you to earn $50,000 per annum and you don't need to go to work, you should be interested. Get that commitment to go to school. So Lufadulu came and showed us our numbers online. He showed us the difference of what can happen by just introducing one extra person in your team. That difference can be $100,000 in duplication. Abraham came to share with us the weekly business training. How we can ensure that weekly we are doing training and prospects are coming to training to learn. He came and gave us the template that says our business presentations should not be more than 20 minutes. Say 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 3 minutes for the product, for the company. Less than 5 minutes. Maximum 7 for the product. Less than 10 minutes. 5 minutes to 10 minutes for the reward. And we're done. And that is shared within the context of sharing the opportunity with others as well. And then Bola Ogido shared with us why network marketing. Why now 90% of the world should be involved in this business. Because unfortunately, with the entry levels required in all the other investment areas, this is the place to be. And if you understand the industry and the numbers, you can make it work for yourself. Then Mr. Matthew talked to us about leadership and the habits and the qualities of a leader. And then I came to cap it off with 5 easy steps. Very simple steps. Share with a friend how to own their lives, a third-party invitation. Help them understand MLM by giving them the copy of the book to go and read the first 4 chapters. What you are doing that way is you are teaching them how to drive before you give them your car. It's pointless giving somebody your car when the person doesn't understand driving. Once they come back, ask them the question: are you ready to go to school? Are you willing to commit time to know that in the first 6 months you may not be earning excitedly? Are you willing to learn and put your energies to work? Once you get commitment, go to step 4. If you get no commitment, sell them products. They are customers. Once they show commitment, take them to level 4, share your business opportunity with them. And once they come on board, do step 1 to 4 on their behalf for their team members. I said yesterday that all we need for this business to run is 5 serious people. And in this year, we can build phenomenal numbers. Help them repeat step 1 to 4. That was what we taught in the last 2 days. I'm trying to summarize it in 30 minutes. Now, the audios provide you with that information. Grab the audios, run through them. Are we together? Are you with me? Yes. If you are with me, can I hear you louder? Yeah. Yes. So today, the stage is set for us to run through again on a few key things. We're going to talk about the habits that you need to learn as leaders. We're going to talk about the privilege pack and the business pack. We're going to x-ray